Good morning, Rochester ALC, and welcome back for another episode of C103 News. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Lexi. I'm sure you're all very aware at the end of the quarter and spring break are coming up at the end of this week. When we come back, we'll be starting fourth quarter, and with the new quarter always comes new students.
That's right. It can be hard to adjust to the ALC as a new student who doesn't really know what to expect. A couple of weeks ago in our advisories, we did an activity about what makes a good ALC citizen. We wanted to bring you some of the answers that students and staff come up with.
The plan is to use this and start as a starting point for fourth quarter so everyone here, new students and veterans, understand the expectations of our ALC citizenship.
We all have heard Mr. Zebar's two goals for the students at the AOC, and that is to graduate and to be a good citizen. And let's check in with students to see what it takes to be a good citizen.
I think it means to be a good citizen at the ALC when students think about the people around them. So when they're concerned about their fellow students, when they're concerned about their teachers, when they're concerned about the lives of people in the classroom, and they take the time to show that they care and that they respect other people, that makes a good citizen at the ALC.
Being a decent human being.
A good ALC citizen is very simple. Someone who is respectful and someone who is responsible. Respectful to themselves, respectful to other students, and respectful to their teachers and the adults in the building, and then responsible. They show up on time, they go to lunch, they come back on time, they do what they need to do to further their education and earn credit. Respectful and responsible students are good ALC citizens.
How to be a positive student, you have to have loyalty and respect to other members of the school.
All right, a respectful citizen for me would be someone who takes pride and ownership in their education and makes it their responsibility to get their work done and be respectful and helpful in the classroom.
Not starting drama.
Okay, to me, a good ALC citizen is someone who respects the program, respects the people involved in the program, not just the staff, but respects the other students, because we've got so many people from so many different and varied backgrounds, have different points of view. You know, need to show respect for them, need to show respect for the building, taking care of it. Everybody's here for a reason, you know, and usually the reason was someone wasn't working out in the big schools, so we need to work together to make sure things work out. That sounded like a big fight.
Be a positive student.
I think always being positive and always put in 100.
So you heard what some of our staff and students think it means to be a good ROC citizen. Now it's your turn. Ask yourself, what do you think it means to be a good ROC citizen? Even if you've been here for a while, it's important to remind each other what it means to be a good ROC citizen.
That's right. Next time you hear Zebar talk about being a good citizen, you'll know exactly what he means, and you can set a good example for the new students next quarter.
Speaking of Mr. Zebar, here's this week's special edition of Z60.
Constant reminders. I know, I sound like a broken record, but the one thing that I want to remind students is drama is not productive in any way in our building. Confronting people in the hallway about what might have been on Facebook or who said what to whom is not the way to resolve the problems. Use the adults that are in the building to help alleviate and solve drama. People come here because they want to get away from drama. Do not engage in drama with other students, walk away, get help by an adult. Thanks and have a great spring break.
Thanks, Bart. With spring break around the corner, maybe some of you have big plans to leave town or do something fun with your friends and family. Or maybe you really like to travel and do something fun, but your bank account just won't let you.
If that sounds like you, it's time to start saving and managing your money so that you don't find yourself in this situation next time you want to go on vacation.
Managing your money is important, whether you're saving for something specific or you just want to make sure you have enough money to pay your bills. Here's our news team with some tips for you.
Have you found yourself spending all of your money on things that you want and don't need? Well, we are here to give you some tips on how to manage your money. Hi, I'm here with Raven today. So Raven, how do you manage your money?
I keep all my money usually in one spot. I don't have a bank account, so I try to separate my money in that spot out to savings, money to spend for the week for just fun stuff, and just a little side fund for some fun events that are coming up.
So can you tell us some things that are important to spend money on?
Dates, car insurance, car repair, and your well-being as a person.
Well, can you tell us some money management tips?
The first one would be to always save like a certain percentage of your paycheck if you are working, just so you're not deciding how much you're saving each week. Try to think before you purchase anything expensive, even cheap stuff, because it really does add up. Just try and think about what you're going to be spending your money on and what you can be spending your money on if you didn't spend money on cheap stuff.
Well, thank you for your time. Hi, I'm here with Cody today. So, Cody, how do you manage your money?
My money goes directly into my debit card.
Well, can you tell us some things that can be important to spend money on?
Car insurance, getting your car fixed, pretty much.
Well, can you give us some money management tips?
Never carry cash on you. There's a higher chance of you spending all of that than there is if you put it on a card.
Well, thank you for your time, Cody. Hello, I'm here with Marissa today. So, Marissa, how do you manage your money?
I put like 10% of each of my paycheck in my savings account.
And what are some things that can be important to spend money on?
Your phone bill, your car insurance, your rent, and like in my opinion, like your makeup and stuff like that. But my opinion.
So, can you give us some money management tips?
Always put at least 10 to 20% of your paycheck in savings in your banking account, and like never just spend your whole paycheck at a time. And yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, Marissa. Thank you. I'm here with Mr. Mali today. So, Mr. Mali, are you good at managing money?
I think you never can have enough money. Actually, you probably can have enough money. But yeah, I think I'm pretty good at managing money for the most part.
So, can you give us some money management tips?
Well, when I was your age, I worked at a grocery store, and one of the things that my dad always talked about was saving money and putting money away. And at that time, banks actually paid a fairly high interest rate, but my dad was always kind of a stock market guy. He didn't make a lot of money in his life, but he was very frugal with his money, didn't spend money very often. And one of the things that he had me invest in was a stock market mutual fund. And some of the funds that you can invest in, you can do it as little as $500. So I had to save up to $500. And then I could put that money in a mutual fund, and then I let it sit. And then periodically I would add money to that account, and then that would grow. It was depended on how the stock market was doing. But over time, that money then would double and triple, and I would make more money on that fund than I ever would have by just putting it in the bank. Now, it's a little risky. Some funds are more risky than others, but that paid off quite a bit, and some of that money I used after I got married to help put a down payment on a house. So it's important to save money and put it away, but it's hard not to spend it. So you have to kind of send it away. I find that if I invest it, then I have less apt to spend that money, let other people trade and make that money grow.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Mali.
You're welcome.
So now that we have gave you some tips on how to manage your money, hopefully we all can learn to save and manage our own money better.
Thanks, team. Before we wrap things up for this week, we have one more story about another resource unique to the ALC, the Channel 1 partnership.
Whether you need some assistance or just want to volunteer and give back, Channel 1 is a great resource. Here's some information for you on both.
ALC is very different from mainstream schools in a couple of ways. One nice thing is our partnership with Channel 1. Many students help and volunteer there, but we can also benefit from Channel 1 also.
Okay, so I'm here with Hannah, and we're just going to ask her a couple questions. So why do we have the food shelf at school?
So at the ALC, we are able to make boxes of food for students who need it. So some families who can't buy all the food for all their kids, I will pack up boxes for them and they can take them home to have for food.
Okay, and can you just tell us a little bit about Channel 1, like what it is?
So Channel 1 is where I get the food for our food closets. Channel 1 is an organization where people, like families who can't go to the grocery store to get enough food, they have discounted food over there, and they will put you on a program that you can get food boxes there too.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm here with Ismail, and he's going to tell us about his experience with volunteering with Channel 1.
Yeah, volunteering for Channel 1 was pretty fun. We bagged apples for Miss Salone's class to make, I think it was like some apple pie thing. But it was pretty cool. It was a very good experience. I liked it.
That's nice, thank you. Today, Channel 1 serves seniors, individuals with physical or mental health abilities, working families, and individuals, people in times of crisis due to job loss, medical problems, or personal disaster, and food shelf programs and agencies in 14 different counties in Minnesota. If you want more information about Channel 1, tours are available for individuals and groups of up to 20 people. Tours are free, but a food donation is encouraged, and if you're interested in that, you can schedule a tour by contacting Linda Olson at 507-424-1730. So Channel 1 has done a lot of really good things for our community and our school, so if you want to give back by volunteering, you can do that by going to the Channel 1 website, which is www.channel1.org, and clicking on the volunteer tab. You have to be 14 to do it unless you're with a parent, and all volunteers have to attend an orientation before you schedule your hours. But that would be a very good way to give back to our community and school.
That does it for this week's episode of C103 News.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out our new episode after spring break.
Have a great week, and remember, keep it 100.